Nothing can now be believed, which is seen in a newspaper. Truth itself becomes suspicious, by being put into that polluted vehicle. Bigotry is the disease of ignorance, of morbid minds, enthusiasm of the free and buoyant. Education and free discussion are the antidotes of both. The two principles on which our conduct towards the Indians should be founded, are justice and fear. After the injuries we have done them, they cannot love us. I agree with you that it is the duty of every good citizen to use all the opportunities, which occur to him, for preserving documents relating to the history of our country. Whenever the people are well informed, they can be trusted with their own government, that whenever things get so far wrong as to attract their notice, they may be relied on to set them to rights. Our particular principles of religion are a subject of accountability to our God alone. I inquire after no man's in trouble, none with mine, nor is it given to us in this life to know whether yours or mine. There is no act, however virtuous, for which ingenuity may not find some bad motive. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. A little rebellion is a medicine necessary for the sound health of government. Somebody has to have the last word. If not, every argument could be opposed by another and we'd never be done with it. Make sure you never argue at night. You just lose a good night's sleep, and you can't settle anything until morning anyway. Opportunities. We must dream of an aristocracy of achievement arising out of a democracy of opportunity. The concept of two people, living together for 25 years without having a cross word, suggests a lack of spirit only to be admired in sheep. Only aim to do your duty, and mankind will give you credit where you fail. My principle is to do whatever is right, and leave consequences to him who has the disposal of them. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Timid men prefer the calm of despotism to the tempestuous sea of liberty. The spirit of resistance to government is so valuable on certain occasions, that I wish it to be always kept alive. An elective despotism was not the government we fought for. The legitimate powers of government extend to such acts only as are injurious to others. The man who reads nothing at all, is better educated than the man who reads nothing but newspapers. Do you want to know who you are? Don't ask. Act. Action will delineate and define you. Honesty is the first chapter of the book Wisdom. On matters of style, swim with the current; on matters of principle, stand like a rock. The most valuable of all talents is that, of never using two words, when one will do. I'm a greater believer in luck, and I find the harder I work the more I have of it. We in America do not have government by the majority. We have government by the majority who participate. I would rather be exposed to the inconveniences attending too much liberty than to those attending too small a degree of it. Our civil rights have no dependence on our religious opinions, any more than our opinions in physics or geometry. History, in general, only informs us what bad government is. Nothing gives one person so much advantage over another, as to remain always cool and unruffled under all circumstances. If a nation expects to be ignorant and free, in a state of civilization, it expects what never was and never will be. Honesty is the first chapter in the book of Wisdom. I like the dreams of the future, better than the history of the past. I have sworn upon the altar of God, eternal hostility against every form of tyranny, over the mind of man. When angry, count to 10, before you speak. If very angry, count to 100. No occupation is so delightful to me as the culture of the earth, and no culture comparable to that of the garden. Question with boldness even the existence of a God, because, if there be one, he must more approve of the homage of reason, than that of blindfolded fear. Nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal. Nothing on earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude. Our liberty depends on the freedom of the press, and that cannot be limited without being lost.